Hey, what's up, family? So why the struggles in life? Because we don't enter God's rest. Entering his rest provides a high level, incomparable, significant level of peace. That peace comes with trusting God. And in faith, taking the action to enter his rest. Because when we enter his rest, there's no worries there. There's no fear there. There's a connection that is unbreakable. When we enter his rest, which he told the children of Israel that they won't be allowed to enter his rest. Because they was idolaters, kind of like we are today. Rebellious, the same as we are today. But with us, God wants us to enter his rest. Casting all our worries at the feet of Christ. Going to his throne of grace. And residing there. When we enter his rest, it's putting everything to the side. It's dedicating this time, our focus and our energy solely into him when we enter his rest. It is available to us who are in Jesus Christ. Now, when it comes down to entering his rest again, we must trust, believe, and act in faith to a true level of no worries, no fears, no worries of, well, today's Sunday, I'm struggling financially. I have the opportunity to go in and work a couple hours of overtime. But you've committed to going to church, but this particular Sunday, I can't go to church because I need to go to work. Sunday is making a sacrifice to give him this day. Understanding that he's the source. So when we enter his rest, there's no worry there. Yes, we gotta work, we gotta do what we have to do to provide. But when Sunday has been set aside for his day, we must honor that. And him being our source, not saying that, oh, I sacrificed this day for you, so you owe me this, or I expect you to do that. Yes, nothing wrong with expecting God to provide or come through for us in some areas that's kind of out of our hands. because we should. But placing an obligation on him or making it transactional, out of line. We don't do that. Sacrifice is like, you know what? I acknowledge you as my source. I'm struggling in this area financially. Acknowledging that he will provide, believing that he will provide, praying on the need, presenting to him, okay, this is what I have in my hand. This is where I'm short. This is what I need for this particular thing. And going to him asking, what can I do? Is there anything I can do? Anything that you will have me to do to where I can supply my need from the source that you provide to me. I'm trusting in you for this, and knowing that he will provide or show you a way, give you an opportunity, whatever it is. And enter into his rest, knowing that everything is okay, that he will provide. Now, when it comes down to meeting a need, we go to him again. I'm short on my rent. I'm $300 short. This is what I have. Now, my job is offering this overtime. Unfortunately, though, I've made a covenant to you to not work on Sundays, to give you me on this day. You have given me permission to enter your rest on Sundays. No work related, nothing, like entering your rest, obviously preparing for the week, but for as working. I made a covenant to you that I will be in church, that I will make sure that I'm isolating time for you, to be with you, to spend with you, to have family time and just be in your presence, acknowledging this day. I trust that you will provide me the way, because you are my source. It's not a transactional thing. Yes, it's a sacrifice, but not that you owe me anything. I just want to honor the opportunity to enter your rest, to be in your presence. I'm going to honor this day. I will not go to work. Is there anything that I'm overlooking in my finances? Something that I can do today? Because my rent is in another week from now, but I know that I'm going to be short as of what's in my hands now. Is there anything that I'm overlooking, anything that I can do, anything that I can sacrifice this week that will help me get to that, to bridge the gap between what I have and where I'm short with rent? Give me your wisdom. First, give me your eyes to see. Give me the knowledge of how to do it, and give me the wisdom how to apply it. If there's not anything, will you provide me an opportunity? Can you show me what I can do to earn what I need so I can pay my rent? Faith without works is dead. So I'm willing to put in the work If it's anything I can do, please let me know what it is I can do. But if it's just coming down to just simply trusting that you will provide, I trust you today. I would not worry. I would not be fearful. I would not stress myself out because you my provider. In faith, I'm going to walk out every day as if my rent is paid. This week, I'm going to honor you, praise you, glorify you as I'm supposed to do anyway. But I just want to enter your rest. Worry free. I'm casting my worries at your feet. I'm casting my fears at your feet. I'm casting my doubt at your feet. And in faith, I enter your rest. And I thank you for giving me all that I need and more. And just trusting him from there. And trusting him from there. Enter his rest with thanksgiving. Being grateful for all that he has done, doing, and will do. Knowing that he got you. And enter his rest. And it doesn't have to be a financial thing. It could be if you need healing or you need direction, you need some deliverance, like you just need to feel him. You just need to, he's limitless. Whatever that is that you're fearful of, that you're doubting about, whatever it is that you're faced with, whatever your situation or circumstances are, regardless of the situation, enter his rest. And while you're there, just enjoy his presence, fellowship with him, because according to Matthew 6, he already know what we need before we ask. So yes, ask, but don't worry yourself. Don't stress yourself out. Know that he will show you the way into his rest. When we enter his rest, that peace that we need in our relationships, our jobs, our personal life, our business life, whatever it is, enter his rest. Because Jesus said that he gives us the peace that surpasses all understanding, according to Apostle Paul. And that peace that surpasses all understanding, that nothing has changed in our lives, nothing has changed in our situations. Our circumstances have not changed. It's still tore from the flow up. But because I trust you, Lord, he give us the peace that surpasses our understanding, that we are not fearful. We are not worried. We're not bothered by what's crumbling beneath our feet. We're not stressed out from the world caving in on us. It's almost like we're okay with it because we have this peace. As if knowing that everything is going to be okay. It's that peace that surpasses our understanding. And when we enter his rest, granted, we have access to that peace day in and day out, whether we enter his rest or not. But when we enter his rest, when we leave to go back to work, to do whatever it is we need to do, when we're no longer physically there into his rest, when we walk away, that peace that surpasses our understanding, we still have access to that. We're still operating in that. We're still operating from that. So it's like now we're just walking in and with the Spirit and with full wisdom and understanding what my responsibility is, what I need to do, and as long as I do all that I'm supposed to do, he will do whatever it is that he desired to do on my behalf at his time. But when we enter his rest, enter his rest. When we do that, the struggles that we encounter in life will begin to operate from a level of knowing that this mountain you will move because of who my God is. This struggle is beyond me, but because of who my God is. Yes, right now it's out of my control, but I will not worry because of who my God is. And we'll be able to live our lives as such. Yes, the reality is the reality, but how big my God is. When we enter his rest, make sure, just try at least once a week to shut everything down to enter his rest. Even if it's for, I can't shut the whole day down, but this part of the first part of my morning, I'm entering his rest. I can't do it this morning, but I'm gonna make sure I got 2 hours to myself where I usually spend with myself. I'm gonna enter his rest. Enter his rest. When we do, the troubles of this world, the stress and all that, we won't be bothered by it. Because not only we enter his rest, we enter his presence, where it's like everything is perfect in our lives. And that's the peace that surpasses our understanding, because everything is not perfect. In fact, everything is messed up. But because I know how big my God is. Enter his rest. I love you guys. Be encouraged. Know that whatever season you may be in right now, it's nothing too big for him. He is in control. You're there for a reason. He's trying to do some great things in you because of the great things he's trying to do through you. If you are having a phenomenal season of your life, know that the trouble is going to come, the storm's going to come. We go through them. The mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley. You know what I mean? Like, that's just life. But when you encounter that, because you started practicing entering his rest now, because you started implementing a stronger, you develop a habit to start daily building an intimate relationship with Jesus Christ. So when you enter that storm, although it could be really, really volatile, for finding lack of a better term, when that storm comes, because of what you've been practicing every single day, it will be a habit even when you're going through it. And every trial that you encounter in life, because you practice entering his rest and developing a relationship as a habit, it becomes a lifestyle. So yes, the storm, it's not going to always feel good, but you guarantee to get through it. You have this peace. Even you're going through it now, you have this peace to now, because you have this peace, you can still think straight. You can still activate, you can still operate from a sense of wisdom. Because you have this relationship with them, like you have direction. You still can focus on him and his will, what you need me to do in this season, how you want me to move. You know what I mean? Like, you can still operate from that level, but it's only when we do this as a lifestyle. It's okay. We start somewhere. Start now. Continue tomorrow. Because what we practice, we repeat, and that becomes a habit. So we practice this, it will become a habit. And when we practice it, and then it becomes a habit, and we continue on being consistent with it, it becomes a lifestyle over time. But start today. Entering his rest, entering his presence, building a relationship with him. I promise you, whenever you go through the storms of life, you'll feel it, but you won't be burned by it. You won't look like what you're going through, because you didn't allow what you're going through to dictate your outcome, your future, and also stress you out, because I know how big God is. I have no worries. So therefore, I have no doubts. I have no fears, because I know that He's able. Trust in that. Rest in that. And know that everything's going to be okay. No matter what you go through, no matter what you're going through, He got you. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Peace.